Hey everybody, this is an update on ImageTrend and the progress that's going on. I think everybody at this point is aware that we're going to start ImageTrend release on September the 1st at midnight. We're really excited about this. A ton of work has gone into it. A ton of time has passed trying to get this set up, and we're really ready to roll. So this is a quick update. All of this information is current as of August 28th. We'll probably do some more videos like this in the future just to try and make sure that everybody's updated on the little things. The first, and I already mentioned it, most significant thing is that ImageTrend will be going live on September 1st at midnight. What that means is that we will be ending the database for test charts, practice charts, and deleting everything on the 31st at 1500. After 1500 on Monday the 31st, please do not access the database until we're ready to go live at midnight. That means specifically, please do not put any additional practice charts. Don't open the database. Don't go look for things. During that time, we'll be cleaning that out and getting it all ready to go live at midnight. I want to take a minute to thank everybody who completed their training. More than 300 people completing the training, which was the ImageTrend tour and the Dr. Eskew training, and certainly for completing all the practice charts. Based on the feedback that people sent, there have been more than 100 changes or issues that were addressed in the last month. That's really beneficial. We hope that that's been able to design the system to meet your needs, to meet our patient needs, and to certainly meet the needs of the system. But I can't thank you enough for doing that work and for really helping to build that system and communicating those issues back. One of the big issues that came up over and over again was the deal with signatures. As you recall, with our Zoll product, we had 2 signatures at the start of the shift. They were then digitally imprinted on every chart, and that was both crew members. ImageTrend is different. ImageTrend requires a live signature on every chart. However, in the last few days, we have been able to streamline that to be 1 live signature on each chart and not 2 live signatures. So what this means is that if you are responding to a cardiac arrest and the paramedic documents that call, only the author of the chart, so in this case, the paramedic, would be documenting that call and would be signing at the end. The partner, whether it's EMT basic, intermediate, or another medic who is not the author of that chart, does not need to sign. Remember that both people are signed in at the start of the shift, and both people are assigned as the whodunit on vital signs and procedures and those kind of things. So the only person who needs to sign is the author of the chart. As far as support on the 1st at midnight, if you have questions or problems, your first phone call should be to the on-duty commander. The on-duty commanders will be able to troubleshoot some of the issues, and those things that they can't troubleshoot, they know how to get in touch with the people who can troubleshoot those for you. Especially if that's in the middle of the night, please don't reach out directly to people. Go through the on-duty commander, and they'll know the right person to call who is on call, but there will be support available for you. So one of the things that will change with ImageTrend is the way that we turn over patients. I want to make sure that everybody's on the same page on how this will work. Remember, ImageTrend is a paperless system, which means you will no longer have to do hard copy patient run forms. Instead, and let me get a screen share here for you. Instead, what we're providing for you for the first couple weeks is a business card, and you'll have a stack of these. And the business card simply gives you a place to list the PCR number, the last name, and the date of birth. You will hand this to whoever's receiving your patient, and they will be able to look on the back. On the back, it has the web address for Hospital Hub. It has the little click they'll need to do right in the middle of the initial screen so they know where to go. A reminder they need to search for charts using filter criteria. And if they have additional questions, there's a pathway to get additional help. You'll see there's also a place to list the administrator. Every hospital has at least 1 administrator, and they're responsible for putting in profiles for all of the staff in the facilities. If you have somebody who takes report and they say, I don't have a profile and I think I need one, we'll provide you a list so you know who the administrators are. You can put down the name of the administrator on here and hand it, and that will be your turnover. So because we are no longer doing paper charts, it's really, really important that we post a chart prior to leaving the facility. So a reminder on what that looks like. When we go in and create a new incident, we'll confirm our information as always. And remember, you will download the specific CAD information for your transport. What we're going to want to do is make sure that before you leave the facility, your quick report is complete. Remember, this has things like a patient name, gender, medications, allergies, really the basics, the things that were required on the run form previously. You'll also want to add a set of vitals and anything else that is going to come up um, as a required must-have. It's not very much, but this is going to replace our paper chart. Before you leave the facility, you'll need to have these few basics in. And then before you go, remember to post the chart. When you click post, it will give you a choice on do you want to mark this incident as finished on post. Remember, if you do that, you will not be able to access it later. So we at this point do not want to mark it as complete. We simply want to do a post. As soon as you post it, it is available in a notes format on ImageTrend, on Hospital Hub. So the hospital facility can pull that chart in its notes. They can look at meds, they can look at allergies, they can look at any procedures that were done, IV access that was obtained, even if you haven't completed your narrative. It's really, really important that this is replacing our paper form. So please make sure to post before you leave the facility. So another big change between ImageTrend and our Zoll product that we used to use is you will now be required to complete a chart for every call. In the past, there were some that you didn't have to do charts on, but we've really worked to make this fairly easy for you. What you've been provided with is an autofill buttons page. It's right here under Quick Report, and it's actually the first screen that pops up when you open a new call. And what this means is that if you do a cancel en route, you'll need to download your CAD data. You'll need to do a cancel en route, and it will say that it is replacing all of these things, which were blank because you just opened your chart, with these new values. You are going to do apply changes. And what we see is this list over on the side got a whole lot shorter. You'll need to fill in a few things. For example, your live signature from whoever's doing the author. On this, you'll need to do a really quick how were you canceled, but it's very straightforward. There are other buttons here for cancel on scene, team transport, organ transport, a response charge to the facility, and then just a demographics unknown button if you don't know any of your patient demographics. If you want to know what details you need for each of these chart types, there's a document that's been prepared in the PEL. Let me pull up a draft of that for you. So remember, if you go to the PEL and you type in the letters AAS-SOG, or if you search for the word ImageTrend, this document will pull up. This is a disposition cheat sheet that tells you what you can autofill and what needs a narrative. For example, patient treated, transported by EMS, does require a Dr. SQ narrative, and doesn't have an auto button to complete it. Guys, it's a transport, there is not an autofill on this. However, the next one, which says canceled en route, you do not need a narrative. And is there an autofill button like we just looked at? Yes, there is. Canceled on scene, no patient contact. The only thing that has to go in the narrative is who canceled you, canceled by Rescue 15, and how was that cancel received? Via radio. You have an auto button that will complete almost everything in the chart. You will do your autofill, you'll complete those couple things in the narrative, you'll sign your chart and be done. It should be a fairly straightforward and pretty convenient procedure. So the last thing while we're here is there's another document that's been uploaded to the PEL. This is our PCR documentation requirements. This document has existed for a long time, but it was recently updated to reflect changes in ImageTrend. If we scroll down, it gives you all of the details, all of the definitions, and everything that's required. Some of the things that people commonly ask for is, if I don't know the social security number, what should I put in? Well, we have some of those things here. Insurance fields, what do I need to put in and what do I need to leave out? What is a responsible party? Just know that this document exists. It is in the PEL, it's available for you. You can find it by searching AAS-SOG or by searching the word ImageTrend. So last thing to touch on. Initially, when we had talked about the ability to move charts between the elite field here on the web where we're looking now and a desktop computer, we said it could be done what we thought was pretty quick and easy. As it turns out, there's a risk that we could lose data by moving charts any more than we need to. So for now, we're asking that the charts are all completed on the device they were started. So you'll be starting these devices on your Toughbooks. Please complete them on your Toughbooks. At the end of the shift, if you are back at base, you will still need to work on your Toughbooks to get the charts completed. So you guys are viewing this video right now on YouTube. We're hoping to use this as a way to keep people updated and to be able to post some small changes. If you look at the Albuquerque Ambulance Service YouTube page, You will also find a new video that's on how to document a stroke. This covers what our stroke scale looks like, why it's a little bit different. It also covers how to do a last known well and how to do a hospital team activation. We're going to continue to post some videos there on things that you guys are having questions about. Please check back with that frequently. We'll continue to send out the links via email, but please know that those things are there. Last thing to remember is this is a new product. We are anticipating a really good, smooth rollout on the first, but we know that there will be some things that people say, hey, have you thought about this, or can we look at this? We still want to hear the feedback. We still want to know what's going right and things that you think we can do to improve. As I mentioned earlier, there have been 100 things that have been updated in just the last month. So we're really taking your feedback seriously and trying to make it a good program that works well for you guys, for our patients, and for our organization. If you have any questions, please reach out. Hope this is a good format for you, and I will look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Thanks. Have a good day.